This podcast is brought to you in association with Small Beer Limited, Britain's leading cask ale and craft beer wholesaler. Head to all the W's, smallbeerwholesale.co.uk. Now on with the show. Hello and welcome to the show, the podcast that passes the ick test with me, Adam, him, Carl.
Hello.
Dan.
Yo.
Tibbsy.
Hello.
Who I can only assume is still somewhere on the ceiling.
Yeah, my throat's on the floor still, but yeah.
Can I just say, you're a bit old to be on the pitch, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Grow the fuck up.
Yeah, well, I am.
Ooh, Captain Friend. Come on, selfie, please.
I am blaming the kids.
Of course you are.
Well, I am blaming the kids.
It's an offence.
Whether you believe me or not, I know, but
it's an offence, mate.
Whether you believe me or not, that's entirely up to you. I don't care.
Imagine you were in comms a Wednesday, be like, look at them, look on the pitch. They need to be able to control themselves. There you are, tongue out on the pitch.
You know,
with whatever. What's his name?
Liam Palmer.
Liam Palmer. You're a national disgrace. I mean,
that's fine.
I'd never go on a pitch.
There's a first for everything. It's the first time I've had that, so I'll take that.
I've never done one pitch invasion. That was Lincoln versus Scunthorpe when you beat him in the playoffs when I was about 12. I was giving big uns to the Scunny fans from a very safe distance.
I've only ever done one. that one last week, yeah.
To be fair, of all the ones to do it, that is the one. I mean, that is what a comeback.
It was unreal.
I'm still in disbelief, to be honest.
I mean, we were just saying before we clicked record, from a footballing standpoint, what are Peterborough United playing at? Because
they were
awful,
horrendous, weren't they?
And even in extra time, when you get that goal, that's it. You've ruined the party again. You should have enough in the tank just to see that. Make it the worst, most horrible, disgusting game of football you've ever seen. When you get one, there's your warning shot. Right? They've got one. Tails are up. That's it now. We're kicking stuff. We're heading stuff. With Rose Ed, we're frustrating. We're getting the ref's ear. We're kicking Barry Bannon all over the gap. No, none of that. They just bent over and took it, didn't they?
The weird thing is, though, when they scored, there weren't really a feeling of, oh, for God's sake, because
you felt you still had it.
Not so much that. It were almost like, well, they've restored some pride. That's all I wanted because nobody ever expected it. I was hoping at half time, well, maybe it might happen, but then they scored and you think, well, they've had a bloody good go, and fair enough. It's so Wednesday to do something like that and then throw it away. So we just sort of went, well, fair enough, you've restored that pride, and then the players just went, no, we'll have another one.
That's all we were saying in the cricket club after training on Thursday, was that like it would be the most Wednesday thing to lose on pens. Like,
that would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
Although you annoyed me because you're just like, so 7 out of 10. Like, you don't, obviously you're 11 on the pitch, but like, you can't get to you. You're one of those annoying pricks. And like, but I'd said tonight before, you never know. And that's why you go in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you never know.
I must have, when the third one went in, apparently I'm caught on camera somewhere just going, oh my God. And I remember being sat there when the third one went in, head in my hands, literally like, oh my God, we might actually do this.
Happen,
And what was it, 98th?
98, yeah, and the irony of Darren Ferguson complaining about injury time.
Oh, mate, he's had 2 legs and a 4-0 head start.
Not that their goalkeeper rolling around, wasting time.
You just can't use that excuse. It's your job as the manager when you're 4-0 up to manage it, and he's done the complete opposite, and then to be at the end blaming extra time. And don't get me wrong, it would be frustrating. That's not the point. You're 4-0 up. Well, no side in the Football League should be losing that game, let alone in such an important game.
I'll never see anything like
it. Who have you got? Barnsley?
Yeah.
All of South Yorkshire will be out.
Yeah, the M1 will be busy, and Watford Gap Services
ding, 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 ding. Dingles all going south.
The Barnsley lot, yeah.
Both. They're more dingly than you.
Oh, absolutely. Although I sound a bit dingly, I'll admit that.
You're not, I don't know, that Barnsley accent's something else.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you thinking? You ride it through and beat them?
I think they do.
What are you thinking?
We own one. They're the only team that
did them at your place, didn't they?
Well,
at their place,
both.
Did they?
Yeah, the only team to done the double overs this year. And yeah, we were awful at home. They deserved it. They won as much as we didn't lose many this year at home. We deserved to lose against them. The away game, well, frustrates me still, but again, argue they deserve to win that as well. So we owe them one, and they're selling 6 tickets per season ticket holder just to try and sell it out. So
it's because they can count them on one hand.
What about? You can say that.
Oh, I don't work in Barnes anymore. Thank Christ.
Thanks for you guys in the room anyway that chose Peterborough to win.
Well, I was just going to say that's a lovely segue. So I've got the playoff predictor in front of me, Carl. Do you remember what you predicted?
It's not gone well.
It started well. The first legs, you were golden. So Middlesbrough, Peterborough, Salford.
That's always predicting, isn't it?
They're all out. What, the first legs?
Yeah.
You get a point for the first legs.
That's all I was interested
DT's in the driving seat. Luton made the final. Barnsley made the final. Bradford, which is a bit of a shocker, really. Bradford going out. I had Sunderland gone. Peterborough obviously gone. And although I did get a message, Stubbsy, from a mutual friend of ours saying, fuck Stubbsy. And then I went, let's remind him that I also picked Peterborough. I was like, yeah, and me.
Why, who's this?
Arch. So he won't be happy with us. And then I've picked Stockport, who have also made the final. So
go smash some plates, you little rat.
Best thing is, he's going to nibble on that and send you the worst tweet in history about something in about a week's time.
It'll be
just a matter of time.
Load of tumbleweed because he's boring.
Get the gift ready.
He's going to Wembley, though. Happy days.
Me? well, when I get my ticket tomorrow. But
are you in mourning, Carl?
No.
For Mark Cavendish?
I mean, he's not dead.
His career's gone.
It's not gone. He's riding out the end of the season.
So I had a little look earlier just to see if I could get some stats. Because you know this podcast is all about stats and facts, isn't it? I mean, without facts, you've got nothing.
And accuracy.
So Tour de France stage wins.
Yeah.
How many do you reckon?
I know how many.
How many?
34.
Correct. How many total race wins?
I know that as well. It's 559.
161 according to BBC.
Oh, that might not. That's not race.
Just says race wins. I can't put any meat and gravy on it. Giro d'Italia stage wins.
Yeah, it's not quite. I don't know.
16.
Yeah.
Olympic silver. I thought he got a gold actually.
No.
Olympic silvers. 1.
2.
Road World Champions rainbow jerseys. What the hell that is when it's at home.
Your rainbow jerseys.
It's got one of them.
Yeah. It's like what everybody wants.
And he's been typical BBC putting this on here. Sports Personality of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also won that as well, which is for a cyclist is pretty bloody impressive. So, any word on his career, Carl? You're the cyclist in the room.
Well, I think it's fairly simple to sum him up. Is that whether you like cycling or not, you know who Mark Cavendish is. You don't need to say any more on his greatness than that.
And he's a Leeds fan.
Is he?
Yep.
So he'll be
downside to everybody.
Good lad, isn't he?
as equally pissed off as you then.
Probably doesn't care, to be fair. He's a millionaire doing what he loves for a living, isn't he? Probably not sure he's at West Ham.
You were?
I'm sure he'd love to be. I think that's probably part and parcel of it, like 25 years of how strict you have to be a cyclist.
He's ready to go now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Coiled Spring comes to mind.
Yeah. He'll be like Razor Ruddock, mate, in a few years.
He's on TV, fat as fuck. Yeah. I mean, he's like that Bosch fella, just having Chinese on Instagram.
That's what's happening to me as soon as I'm done, mate.
You're done?
Yeah.
What is your go-to Chinese?
Wheels are coming off, mate, as soon as I've hung up the pedals.
What are you ordering?
What,
imagine you finish for like your last race, you're getting a Chinese Bosch. What are you having?
I just like salt and pepper, everything, like chips, chicken, banging. And then I'm just traditional sweet and sour chicken, Hong Kong style. Lovely.
You're not having the balls?
No, it's better cooked in the sauce.
I'm easy. Either or.
Crispy chili beef is right up
banging.
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
That works.
Awesome.
The duck pancakes.
What you're saying is the whole menu, Carl, basically.
Yeah, I'm all over like the sharing idea with the Chinese. I don't think you should just get one in for you and the missus. Not
just
that
buy
I
a
could
shitload.
do that.
No.
Yeah, I'm with you. Buy a shitload and just dive in.
Make it last 2 days.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Too many Tsingtaos on the next day.
Chips or rice or combo?
Both.
Yeah, same.
Sweet, it's salt and pepper rice, definitely.
I tell you, one of life's greatest
Salt and pepper chips. Sorry,
greatest things is just dunking sweet and sour, dunking prawn crackers in sweet and sour sauce.
Just go to bed
covered in rice. Scoopy Scooperson.
Just go to bed with a 2 litre bottle of water.
Yeah, and a hunger for a corned beef sandwich. So it lasts about 3 minutes. I'm a big Kung Po fan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tell you what, one of the best Chinese I've had in England was Blackpool. There's one in Blackpool. I was doing a trade show with Mike, right, and the guys from Brewdog, and they knew this Chinese. Like, oh, okay, a bit weird, but that's fine. And it was out of this world. Mr. Lee's or something it was called. It was a fucking joke. We had no seat space. They managed to squeeze in the corner, and we just chowed down for, oh, what a Chinese. Didn't keep the wolf from the dog, absolutely battered. I was barely a man the next day, but never mind. Up at 7:30 for a bloody trade show talking about Carlin to a bunch of people in Blackpool.
Bit of a tradition, wasn't it? Back in like the small beer days, the Christmas do was always at like Ocean.
And after the wine do, wasn't it?
Phoenix.
Back to the Phoenix.
Guys,
On that credit card bill, would you? Because every year more and more people get invited back because they'd heard about the Chinese the year before.
Yeah.
More people were sneaking into it. And they looked surprised every time we walked in, even though we'd booked it.
That's like
every year.
That is literally like my dream sort of thing on the spinning table, wasn't it? That you just like not on
Keeps coming round.
on the ocean, at the ocean, where you like just
It's gone now, isn't it?
yeah, it's not houses now.
Phoenix is gone as well.
Is it?
Welcome to the local Lincoln Chinese podcast. Yeah, that's gone. That's going to be ours.
This is such a beer related, like a work related comment, but they're literally the only pub that I ever know that had John Smith bitter on keg.
He was adamant about stocking it as well because he was my customer for a bit there. And he was like, trying to explain
John
what
Smith's
smooth was to him.
bitter, like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Can we move you on to
Are you in
smooth?
like the 1940s or something, mate?
Yeah, just explaining what smooth was to him was I just kept leaving it. I was like, just leave it. Just keep getting a keg every 12 weeks in for him. Fine. It's what it is, isn't it?
I mean, who goes to a Chinese to drink John Smith's bitter anyway?
Yeah, I'll have the 32, the 64, the 18. So, mate, have you got John Smith bitter? None of that smooth stuff. You know, the original rough. You've got that on keg. You have? Oh, what an establishment. I'll have 12 pints.
My guts won't thank you tomorrow.
Oh, God.
Next day to his wife, like Jill, he's like, it was a 10 pints of bitter, yeah. He wanted 14 portions of Kung Po and the chili beef. The lines of it was the lines. Oh, you should never drink draft beer at
Spring
Chinese
rolls?
restaurants or any restaurants. Always spring rolls. Always.
Yeah. They're a good dunker as well, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah.
What's like, is there a Chinese equivalent of like an onion bhaji?
Prawn toast
Oh, prawn toast is banging.
or them little parcels. Not really onion
Yeah,
bhaji.
but they're just basically like a fancy spring roll, aren't they?
Suppose so, yeah.
Spring roll with a bow on top.
Are you having a prawn cracker on a pound for pound or a poppadom? What are you having? Pound for pound.
You are?
The two cuisines. What are you having? If you had to pick one, pound for pound,
prawn cracker for
poppadom,
me.
but with a full shebang, like the
Chutneys.
chutneys and all that, and the poppadoms, or are you having crackers?
Poppadoms.
Pound for pound. I'm poppadoms as well.
Yeah,
poppadoms.
mango chutney's like the bit that's swaying it for me.
Mm.
If we're going if we're going dry,
You can't have...
No, you can't.
You're allowed
then
to
I'm
dip
going
your...
prawn cracker.
Okay,
But if
you're
we're
allowed to
going
dip that.
sauced up, I'm going I'm going mango chutney and poppadoms.
Lime pickles.
All of it.
Just get in my face.
Just get in me. When you're going drunk and you're like, yeah, 46 poppadoms, mate.
Eyes bigger than your belly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always an Indian.
Yeah.
It's one of the
Christ.
greatest.
And then afterwards, everyone's like, do you have another pint? And it's like, no, thanks.
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll get in the Indian, and then we'll go back on it after
It never
opening your
happens.
belly.
It never happens.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm
It's
done.
coming out your
It's
nose.
like
Good home.
that's Norwich Beer Festival
Every
every
year.
year, isn't it?
Well, we did it at Cheltenham, didn't we? Went for
Yeah.
an Indian.
Oh yeah, that
After the-
wrote us all off as well. That was a bloody good Indian though, wasn't it?
The chef came out
To thank us.
Wow.
for ordering so much. Yeah, that's why you know you've put up. We did take Fisher with us, so
It was a lot.
it was a unit, and the other bloke.
We
What's his
literally
name?
just kept
Yeah.
going, didn't we? To be fair.
Yeah, but it was good though.
It
A
was
really good Indian.
absolutely class. Yeah,
Are you taking Indian over Chinese, pound for pound? What are you doing?
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I am.
Absolutely.
It's thinking man's, isn't it?
Love an Indian.
I can have the reason Indian. You can just order what you want, and I'm happy. If you know what I mean. Whereas a Chinese, I want multiple dishes.
If you go for an Indian though, because we've obviously all been together for it, you have a look at the menu, and then you're like, oh, I can't think I'll have that tonight. I'm not one of those people like that just go like every time masala.
No.
Then you get them
No.
people that every time you go, you can order it for them if they were 10 minutes behind. Every week, you know what I mean? Egg fried rice, whatever it is, egg rice, masala,
Korma.
you know what I mean? A korma. Get out.
Plain now.
Get out. Korma on a plate. Get out.
You're not
Get
even.
All right, like a just hand
Where
meal
are you on the
deal. Let's
naan?
go.
Where are you on the naan situation?
Keema.
Yeah,
Peshwari.
absolutely.
It's like a kebab
Yeah.
naan. I'm more
Yeah.
meat.
Peshwari all day for me.
More meat. Oh, I would eat one of them. That's
Or
not a
cheese.
problem.
To
but
be fair, you're
garlic
slagging off
cheese
kormas,
ones are mega.
although that I'm not going to eat.
Here we
it,
always
purely-
careful.
No, I'm not going to order one for like street cred purposes. They do taste. They do taste nice.
Yeah, they are nice.
Well, there's nothing
but,
wong with them. It's
yeah,
like,
I'll
but
do
you
it.
can get away with it if you have a butter chicken.
But it's
just
like
level up
you've got to go
slightly.
to an Indian. It's like a cock swinging contest.
It is, yeah. It is, yeah.
Who's the fucking big dog that can order the vindaloo?
Hello, mate. I'll have the file, please, mate. And as soon as he's like just out of earshot, get something for a korma. Now I've ordered it. Just korma.
Have you ever been to the current that like with someone that's like, yeah, just tell the chef to make it as hot as
Hottest
possible.
thing he's got.
Winch is like that. He likes it
Oh,
hot.
fuck off, you prick.
Hotter the better.
You do not enjoy that, mate.
Sweating more than Carl after 100 miles on his bike.
Sat there in a polo top and his under tits are all fucking dripping. I see every single orifice.
Still
Just
sweating
got
when you
whacked
shit on a
with that.
Wednesday.
I look at it and I'm like, milk. I need milk and I'm allergic to milk.
I'll take the infection. I was out with a guy ages ago, and he can't take anything spicy. Like korma would be twat for him. That's how embarrassing it is. So I introduced him to something I hadn't discovered until a couple of years ago.
Gravy.
Brown sugar. If you struggle with heat, a packet of brown sugar.
Really?
Or a
what?
sachet.
Do
Just
what?
eat it, chomp it, kills it.
Does it?
Yeah. And
Try
he's a big fan of it now. He has chicken wings and everything. Got really brave. But yeah, the wife saw it on the internet and she tried it with these buffalo wings in New York and it blew everyone's fucking faces off. And she went, "Can I have a packet of sugar?" And they brought it over and dead. Works.
Oh.
Top tip. That is
Every day's a school day.
top tip.
Absolutely.
You're welcome, podcast
I remember
world.
we went
Brown
to
sugar sales in Lincoln are on the rise.
Everyone's taking on the vindaloo.
I'll just get a few quid on some shares.
Check me that
I'm putting money in
Farley.
Angling Water. I'm getting some shares in Angling Water as the sewage rates go up. Everyone's
Have a
checking on the
fart, mate,
vindaloo.
and a packet
And
of sugar.
14 packs of Lyle brown sugar, please.
I'll have the hottest the chef could do and a packet of brown.
Thing is, though, it's a risk for the listener now, isn't it? Do they dare it? Do they take it on knowing that I've told them something that could be absolutely bollocks?
I think somebody out there's got to try it and let us know.
Not a problem. Works. I'm telling you, it works. Along these lines, and it's a very loose segue for you. I'm going to be careful how I put this.
Like you just had a vindaloo loose.
Yeah. I don't want to say it because people might be having the breakfast. How does your bodily function know you're nearly home?
What do you mean?
So everything's fine, right? Everything's fine. And then you get, I don't know, 300 yards from your door and your body goes, yep, poo's coming, mate.
Well, it's attached.
How does it not happen to me a few days ago? I was absolutely fine. I was fine and literally had to run to my door. How does it know? Literally,
It's
can you
true.
see out your arsehole? What is it? Does it see your front door? How does it know?
Well, you are all attached.
No, but you know what I mean? Who's making that connection inside the organism?
Well, you idiot.
No, but I didn't need it, Carl. I was fine. Anyway, nearly home. Splashdown. And I was fine. Then I was doing that quick walk. You know, your sort of thighs are starting to rub together a little bit because you're speed walking, like Howlett and Malcolm in the middle. And then literally you sprint to the door, you can't get the key in quick enough. What's it all about? Is it only me that experiences this?
No, it's not only you. And with the way Dan's laughing, I think he's on it as well.
Yeah.
But how does it
I've
know?
been there. I don't know how it knows.
I want somebody to tweet us or to let us know the science behind how it knows.
Your bowel movements. Brilliant.
I'm fine, Carl. I don't want to talk about it too much. I don't want to dwell on it, but I'm absolutely fine. There's no problems. It's just,
I've not experienced this.
what, this scenario you've never experienced?
No.
Not even after, like, when you used to drink and you'd shove the dodgy kebab down?
I've never had a kebab in my life.
Oh, of course you haven't. KFC, I don't know. Fish and chips.
Fish and chips, yeah, that right up my alley.
And you never thought, need to leg it?
We
No,
tried
no,
something
no.
different off Deliveroo the other week called Locked and Loaded, and I was like, oh, fucking hell, this is quality. It came, it was really, really nice. Found out today it's actually from Mailbox.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I bet you paid a lot of money for that.
Well, it's on Guildhall Street. I was like, I'm pretty sure I've never seen that before. And someone messaged today to say there's a delivery thing in the window. It's coming from the mailbox.
What'd you have?
Chicken burger and
Not the most adventurous thing I thought you were going to say.
No, but
Yeah.
this was a couple of weeks ago. But like it was and the spicy chicken wings and onion rings were good.
Packet of sugar.
Packet of sugar.
Packet. How many chicken wings do you reckon you could do in one sitting?
100.
Comfortably
50 though,
comfortably
wouldn't it?
50.
Yeah.
No,
If I'm really fucking hungry.
I did over 50 the other week when we went to Wing Wednesday.
So you can tackle 100.
Oh, comfortably, I reckon.
The wings are better at Prince of Wales than they are at
Yeah,
Mailbox.
they are, yeah.
They do Wing Wednesday, don't they?
Yeah. I could do 100.
Sponsorship available.
Not a problem.
100.
Easy.
What if they're really spicy? Is it taking your hit down a bit?
Nah, spice don't bother me.
Even on a wing?
Just not having milk with it.
No.
Mulch?
I mean, I'm one of them that, like, I can eat something really hot, but I don't enjoy it. You know what I mean?
I don't really get the pain. It's like whiskey. I don't really understand why people drink whiskey.
I quite like whiskey.
I think people
whiskey.
are pretending they like whiskey.
No, I
It
think
burns,
whiskey.
man.
No, it don't.
No, but it's like, I've got hairs on my
no.
chest.
I
Oh,
do
look at
see
me.
what you get.
Pathetic.
If you get,
I wouldn't
So you
sit
never
down-
fucking drank
decent one,
any?
it don't.
I've got loads of hair on my chest.
You get a decent
whiskey.
whiskey, mate. They're
That's what everyone says, but they're full of shit.
not.
Honestly.
It's not. There's,
No, it's like tequila. Tequila, it's my belly, and it goes blah, 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 everywhere.
Yeah,
Game over.
yeah,
Yeah,
same.
that's because, mate, because you haven't tried a decent tequila. No, it's all shit.
Yeah,
all
I'm
shit.
with you on tequila.
I'm with you on tequila. No, not
Whiskey's
whiskey.
the same. Who enjoys whiskey?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really smooth, as I'm dying in the corner.
You've been drinking
I love
like
whiskey.
he's been drinking
Same
like
diet as
famous
Sean
gr-
Dyche. No, I've had decent whiskey. I'm doing air quotes. Decent whiskey, alleged decent whiskey. It all tastes a fucking same.
Great little finisher.
Oh my god!
I'm a big fan.
Nah, it's bollocks.
It's a big fan from the man who's not had a drink for 6 months.
Yeah, it's not smooth though, is it?
Yeah.
Can be.
We when I was we'll figure out. I'm going to word this actually.
It's always a worry when
When I was,
things start like that.
Here we go.
Round a friend's house, and we
Air quotes, a
Sort of
friend.
friend. Sort of friend.
friend,
Yeah, one of them.
and me and her dad absolutely nailed through like his whiskey.
Oh, thank God you said whiskey.
Yeah. Hey, step bro.
No. I've been very careful how I was wording this. Didn't get that well. Yeah, nailed through his like whiskey collection, and it was no.
I haven't done that for ages. Just had to get out of the system. Carry on.
Yeah, I was just saying that we absolutely nailed through the whiskey. So like, he had like one of them, I don't know, like the little taster things, but there was some unbelievably good whiskies in there. Is it organ stacking something or other? Organ stuck in it. Something.
Is it German?
It was unbelievable.
That's the organ stuck in
It's like
whiskey.
AUCHES.
I feel like I've seen that on some sort of list.
Yeah, it was like 14 or 15-year-old. It was bloody lovely.
Orchestoschen.
Yeah, I reckon that's it.
I think that's close. Probably not it, but it's in and around that. I think I've mispronounced that.
That's my favourite. If anyone wants to get me a bottle of that, feel free.
There we are.
There you go.
Available for sponsorship. Whoever owns that brand. What was the hangover like?
Yeah, not great. No, it weren't too bad. Actually, thinking about it.
Did you do that classic thing of bonding with your dad, love? You run along. Men are drinking.
She's gone to
just
bed.
yeah, she's gone fucked off to bed. You just to prove yourself. 10 minutes later, you're vomiting somewhere.
No, up in the morning making bacon sandwiches for everyone.
Everyone sounds like they'd be tired.
like a real man.
Like a geezer. Smoke though, smoked bacon. Yeah,
Oh God,
you have to have smoked
I
bacon.
can't remember.
In general terms, you haven't smoked bacon.
Yeah,
have
absolutely.
you? Yeah.
No,
What?
incorrect.
No, you're incorrect. Smoked bacon, brown sauce. That's the
Yeah.
that is a bacon sandwich.
Yeah.
That
You're
is.
putting ketchup on it. You're a
Yeah.
child.
No,
You haven't ketchup, haven't you?
yeah.
Sausage sandwich. I'll let you have
pepper.
ketchup.
Yeah.
And pepper.
I'll give you pepper. That's fine, but it's a bit odd. But that's fine.
What do you mean it's a bit odd?
I just couldn't be asked to put pepper on. It's like a lot of effort for not much reward. I don't feel like you really could taste the difference if you hadn't put the pepper on.
Are you an absolute moron?
Well, your ketchup's destroying it for a start.
Why is it? I don't really have ketchup with anything apart from that, really.
I do love ketchup. Just not on a bacon sandwich.
Do you remember when HP brought out fruity sauce, which is like
It's all right.
Yeah.
it's
Do you
good.
remember when
I've seen
I
that
had
for a while, to be
like
fair.
It's just
I had that
red
bet.
and brown mixed.
I had that bet with that melt we was talking about earlier at London in London.
Arch?
Yeah, and I had like 7 bacon brioche.
I wasn't there.
Oh my!
I've heard the story, but I wasn't there.
I've never been so ill in all my life.
So you had 7 bacon rolls.
Oh mate, yeah, I was in a world of trouble.
I'm going to have a
Before
guess.
a day session.
Were you having to dash to the toilet after that?
Oh mate,
I'm going to have a guess
now.
now, having not been there. I'm going to guess that Small Beer Limited, sponsor of this show, Rob Eastwood, managing director,
Yeah.
went, all right, you've said it now. And he bought the bacon rolls, I'm guessing. He went, no, you've said it now. You can't back down. I'll buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he did.
No, this was at the St Austell thing. So we just kept
The pre-match show.
Yeah, they just kept bringing bacon sandwiches out. Yeah, not good.
Can you remember when Heinz brought out the green ketchup?
Yeah. Just food colouring.
Yeah, just weird.
He likes
And-
fucking
and
bacon, eh? So nothing. Is that still a thing, Dan? Is that still going?
It's still going, yeah.
You're the only consumer of it.
Keeping them in business.
Keep some
Is this
ticking over.
yours?
Yeah.
So what's let that down, Derby?
Yeah. I just sent you.
Oh, is this your...
Yeah.
Right, sorry, I didn't wonder what you sent. So into the group, because obviously nobody can see this.
Yeah.
So this is your...
That's my
It's your pre-season bet.
pre-season bet.
So you had Burnley to win the Championship,
Yeah.
Derby to win League One.
Yeah.
Are these each way, or are they on
Yeah,
schnoz?
It says that at the top.
Or does it? Leyton Orient, where did they won the league?
Yeah, they did.
Man City,
Yeah.
again, and obviously Wrexham. So it's only Derby that let you down.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty shit.
I don't think you need any more reason to hate Derby. That's probably on the list.
Yeah.
If
I'm going to
they'd
do
all-
that next year.
If
I
they'd
think.
all finished top 3, it'd have been 500 odd. But if they'd
I like that bet. I had one that won a few years ago. All very obvious, but I'll do it the same. Man City's the first name down it.
Well, the thing is that at one point it looked like 3 or 4 could let it down, and then all of a sudden, yeah,
Did you have a cash out?
I think the highest it got to was like 140 quid.
Should have took it.
That or ride it for 18 grand.
I'm not betting again because I've discovered earlier that when I was drunk, I put £15 on Leeds to survive.
Did you?
I went on Sky Bet earlier and I thought, I'm sure I've got some money in Sky Bet. I'll have a look. Oh, no. The last £15 in there, I put on Leeds at 6-4. A Sam Allardyce special, it was called. And drunk me went, yeah, I bet that. It's obviously going to happen, isn't it? Fucking idiot.
One of your fivers must have blown onto the pitch yesterday.
Yeah.
When
You can give that fucker to me. Tosser. Big sham. That's what I'm calling him.
Going well, innit?
We're not talking about it. And also, we can't record next week for various reasons. So we won't have to discuss Leeds getting relegated. No, they're completely
save it.
No, listener,
Abel can
they're
save
completely
it.
unrelated. We literally cannot. There's no day we can record next week, sadly. So there'll be no show next week. However, it is non-Leeds related. Because as the lads know, I'm not actually that upset about it because it is what it is. And we're shit.
Those stats that were on Twitter.
Yeah, they're pretty bad, aren't they?
Fucking
And I've
hell.
not missed a minute. So I think I've missed one. I think I've missed one cup game in 2
Is
years.
it your fault then?
I'm not taking all the blame. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I'm not in charge of this absolute shit show.
Oh,
For those that haven't seen the stat, let's just pour a bit of misery on.
so you got on TV again, didn't you?
Yeah, but
Looking desolate and lost.
yeah. Yeah, there's a video as well where it sweeps around. It goes around the back of the players, and I'm in the background. I've just got my head, hand on my head, so I've got to one head, hand on my head, like surrounded by nobody because everyone's gone. Even the nuns had fucked off. There was 50 nuns that had rocked up. So in our last 2 seasons, so Premier League record since the start of the last season, so it doesn't include the Bielsa 9th place finish, 75 games, won 16, drawn 21, lost 38, scored 89, conceded 153,
Oh my
points
god!
won 69, giggity, goal difference negative 64, conceded three goals on 23 occasions, conceded 4 on 13 occasions, conceded 5 on 6 occasions, head coaches 5, points dropped from winning positions 44. Leeds have won 21% of Premier League matches. Leeds have lost 51%. It's just, it gets worse as well. It's all pretty bad. So, not been a fun couple of years. So please forgive me if I'm I'm fine with going down, and maybe we might win some matches next year. Then I go to the fuckers. Might actually see us win some games. Although the one thing that's dawned on me the last 24 hours is that you go into the wilderness. And it was something I noticed when we came out. And obviously, we've been there for 16 years. You've been there about 24.
24.
When you come back up, you forget, literally, like all the talk sports of this world, they don't give a shit.
No.
They play absolute lip service to the Football League. It's on. I don't even know what channel the highlights are on. What channel the highlights on? You must watch them for Lincoln on Wednesday.
ITV4.
Oh, ITV. So when we left, they're on Quest.
Yeah.
So I don't even know.
That's only changed relatively recently.
Oh, is it? Is it ITV again next year for us?
I think
yeah.
so, yeah.
So it's for us. So like nobody cares. So you're just so they only care for the playoff run because everyone loves the playoffs because they're a joke, as we've already discussed, and they only really care when you've gone up or gone down, and then they'll talk about it. And that's it. And then suddenly, you're a Premier League club again. It's bad, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's bad. And I don't know what you do.
That's
about
why
it.
I've loved this week. This week's been
because they've been
brilliant.
talking about you.
Yeah. I've wasted so much time just listening to things, watching social media videos, and watching stuff back. Yeah,
That Chesterfield
and then it
fan
might
got-
just end up getting thrown away.
That Chesterfield fan.
Oh, that hit me hard. That
Hit the nail on
That
the
was
hit me
awesome.
hard. That.
It went viral, didn't it?
Did.
It went viral. They had when I were on the way to
Well,
the
it's
game.
more. It's more when they dubbed it over that you're because that's why you do it. Like
Well, yeah, I mean, but he did it speaking about Wednesday, didn't he?
Yeah.
Initially, and on the way to the game, they had him on Radio Sheffield. I was listening as I was driving to park up, and he said he went viral. He didn't realise. Apparently, I think it was his daughter or his sister or something rang him. And do you realise how far this has gone? And it just it went everywhere. And he's like, he said, I can't believe it. But he says it rings true. It stands true.
Remember that for us it's over, and for you it's not. And people can mock and whatever, but whatever you do, remember that it's not those players, it's not this manager or this player or whatever, it's that badge. And you go on Thursday or Friday, whenever your game is, and you get behind that badge, the badge you fell in love with, the badge that you would do anything for, and you get behind them, and you never know. You never know because you've still got a possible 120 minutes to win that game. So never give in, never give up, never give in on your club, never turn your back, never ever say no, I've had enough, because it's your club and you should be proud.
Goosebumps again. I've listened to that must be about 50,000 times now. Goosebumps.
Tom the Spyright fan said it best.
Yeah.
Yeah, that got me in the old feels that.
Yeah.
Because no matter how bad it gets, we've all lived it. I mean, Carl gave up years ago, but Carl definitely turned his back on the whole sport, so he can't talk to and found another sport which he's fallen in love with, which is absolutely fine, and we've definitely taken the piss out enough. It's there, isn't it? Nothing, no matter how bad it gets, you just keep going back for more.
Yeah.
And you always, there's something round the corner, there's always something there. Like I say, going to that game that you went to, you just never know. And like come Saturday for us, I know we're relegated, I know it's done. But you just never know.
The thing is,
so I'll never not go.
The thing is with that, it's like when I went last week, I didn't expect anything. All I wanted was pride restored. I didn't expect anything.
Just wanted a performance.
So, yeah, exactly. And then when it gets closer and you think, oh God, this might happen, you start to believe, and it's unbelievable. That just flip of emotion is just unbelievable.
Carl stuck it in the group when we were obviously all watching it in various houses. You put it in the group. It's the hope that kills.
Yeah.
So when you get the third, it's like, oh, it's there.
Well,
so if I can taste it.
We were sat at the cricket club and the lads who were watching it were just like, come on, just one more chance. Because like, you're watching fucking history. Like, at the end of the day, it was so good.
I'd fell asleep.
Wasn't enough for you, was it?
The thing is that...
Well, 2-0 was the most, wasn't it? 2-0 was the most.
I woke up in the morning.
Batshit mental.
Throwing penalties. Yeah.
I got bollocked for not coming to bed early. It was like 11 o'clock by the time it finished.
I got in at 1 o'clock.
So wait till I explain this to you.
Right, well, on that note, I'm going to go and talk about that.
Oh, you're off,
else,
aren't you?
So, yeah. So I'll...
And a better offer.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. I mean...
Spreading the podcast. Make sure you get the
spreading
podcast.
I will
said
do.
on it.
I will do.
We'll also take a Talk Sport sponsorship if it's knocking about. If someone wants to fund this shower. Right, we'll say bye to Tipsy.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
See you, mate.
I'll
Sit down for a bit.
See you next time.
Wait till he's out the room before we slag him off. Have you seen
See you in a
the Premier League manager list? Manager of the season list?
Well, if...
Is Big Sam on it?
Funnily enough, no. It's Pep Guardiola,
Yeah.
Mikel Arteta, Roberto De Zerbi. Thank God he's gone. Unai Emery, Eddie Howe, and Marco Silva.
How the fuck is Gary O'Neill?
How is he not there? I was just going to say the same thing. That is a disgrace, isn't it?
Disgusting.
Because everyone, including me, unfortunately it's affected me, had them bottom.
Yeah.
And the job he has done and they play, you said it earlier, they play a great brand of football as well. They go for every game. They go for the throat. Every single game. They're class.
Fair play.
That's unbelievable. He's not on that list. And we all know Guardiola's going to win it. Just because they won the league with like them. I mean, they're a £500 million bench they had the other day. See that?
That was a piss take.
It was, wasn't it? Calvin finally got his 90 minutes in, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it came in May, but he's still got his 90 minutes in.
Got his medal, didn't he?
I'm enjoying the little bromance between Haaland and Grealish at the moment.
It's a night out, isn't it, with them two?
Yeah, I don't think Haaland's offering a lot, but Grealish is fairly loose.
He says his kebab's his favourite food. I do know that. Said that on Sky. Kebab's his favourite
I
food.
don't think
Anyway.
he eats one too regular.
No, he said I barely get one for obvious reasons because the guy's a machine. He was saying earlier about his clean living.
Yeah.
So what we're thinking about the Premier League? I mean, obviously Man City have won it the last 3. Year before that was Liverpool, and they won the 2 before. And I'm looking at them now, a list of sort of the champions, and obviously Manchester United were an absolute tour de force.
Yeah.
So it's not the first time this happened. And I was thinking about this earlier. Then my dad said to me, we're talking about this exact thing, and he said, "Yeah, but when Pep goes, it does change things." And I hadn't really thought of it from that angle. I thought they'll just dominate for years now. It very rarely happens over here, does it? Doesn't it?
Yeah. Well,
I don't see Pep going anywhere though.
Not for now, but he will eventually, won't he?
Yeah, but he's still young, isn't
I reckon 2 6. Yeah, but he gets burnt out, doesn't he? Because it's so invested in it. I mean, I've seen him on the touchline. He gets into it. It's I reckon, 2 more seasons if they're lucky.
I think that the Champions League's literally theirs.
They shouldn't lose that now.
The treble's like absolutely
no,
as good as it
Oh,
gets.
yeah, that Man United fans. Oh, the treble. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye to the record. Oh, cute.
It would be.
says the relegated league fan.
Do you know what?
Fuck
though?
off, it's 1992. Yeah, but other than that, fuck them.
It would be so Man City to
Fuck it.
fuck it up, wouldn't it?
They're more likely to balls up the FA Cup, aren't they? It's a derby, all that sort of stuff.
No, I think the
He's a
other
good manager.
100%.
What do you reckon against Inter?
Mate, into like you get an Italian team in a final, they are going to take some breaking down.
I wonder what the odds are on Inter to win that.
I've no idea.
Be decent, won't they?
The thing with an Italian side is they can defend and they defend
And
bloody
it's a
well.
final. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
can't it?
Oh, yeah. Hugely. I mean, I'm not sure you would bet against them. I just think if they get
They're
on the
no
board...
walkover Inter by any stretch.
No,
of
not
the
at all.
imagination.
They're in the final, so they're clearly a good side. And the thing is, what they've got to be very careful of, and obviously saying this is a fat Herbert in Lincoln, what they've got to be very careful of is that feeling of you've already climbed them out in beating Madrid. Because we know what a mammoth task that is over 2 legs with their history. Instead about the Italians, Madrid are just unreal.
Didn't just beat him.
No, they destroyed him.
Absolutely.
But if he picks his best 11, which or near as damn it, if De Bruyne plays, if Haaland plays, I mean, they're not going to score, are they? No. And they're pretty solid at the back. So
why wouldn't they play? There's not a chance that he's risking.
Yeah, look, I meant injuries really, but you know what I mean.
Well, they're not going to do anything between now and then, are they?
You wouldn't imagine so. They did come on Saturday, didn't they?
Yeah, they're going to be
Minimal
ticking
minutes.
over it like half an hour ago, aren't they?
Lump on Brighton to beat them whenever it's Thursday at home. I've got a letter from a podcast fan. If you want to hear it,
Have you?
yeah, got a letter. It's about Arsenal.
Right.
They've just before I read it, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart how fucking funny it is that they've lost the title after my personal experience there this year. And he references this in the letter. I just want to say the change in character from that fan base, I've never seen anything like it. So I've equally celebrated them ballsing up. So it is entitled Goat, Letter from an Arsenal Fan. And it starts, Dear Senior Stocks, a.k.a. Moonface, which I thought was a lovely touch. I am an avid listener to your wonderful podcast. Thank you very much. And promoter to get new listeners to the Goat Life. He lives on the South Coast, so that's got to help us somewhere, nearly in France. I've recently heard your Arsenal bashing on the pod. Well, there's a bit more for you. In recent weeks, in brackets, painful listening. Centred around Arsenal fans being up themselves, entitled arrogant superior to all other teams. I would 100% agree with this and apologise on behalf of the wider Arsenal fan base. Yes!
Brilliant.
That's fine. That's fine. If we do, by some miracle, say in the Premier League, I'll go back in the corporate lounge next year and I'll say nothing. I spent my youth dealing with Manchester United fans who have always felt they were the greatest team in history and introduce themselves as United fans and get upset when you then question Leeds United, Newcastle United, Maidenhead United. I'm now seeing this arrogance in the Arsenal fan base, and painful as it was to see, I'm glad Arsenal didn't win it. I don't think he really means that. Win the title this year, as the Arsenal fans would have been unbearable. Yep. Arsenal fan TV, for a start. As an Arsenal fan, I'm ashamed to see everyone getting on the bandwagon when things are going well and completely forgetting that Arsenal have been poor for so many years. Arsenal are not the greatest team in the world. We are entitled to nothing. All about right so far, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're getting a level-headed Arsenal fan. If you had offered me odds of 100 to 1 for Arsenal to finish in the top 2 this year, and I'd put £1,000 on it, I'd be out of my own pocket. I wouldn't have done it. Neither would the vast majority of Gooners. They seem to have forgotten that improvements that have been made this year after spending so many years out of any discussion for the title race. Any Arsenal fan should count themselves lucky to have had a team that regularly featured in Europe with the occasional cup and play attractive style of football. The vast majority of football fans never see their team past the 5th round of the FA Cup. Preach, brother. We've been there since 72. Battle with relegation and watch the best players picked off to the so-called bigger teams. Again, I can definitely... Yep. I've been an Arsenal fan since I was a child due to my grandfather being an avid Arsenal fan, and I unfortunately missed the Invincibles era due to being a teenager more interested in playing guitar and chasing girls. Shall I play some Craig David for your car? Not the guitar bit, although I'm sure that's a hobby to come.
Ukulele.
When I'm cleaning windows. I've enjoyed the success and I've seen around this, but I believe I'm under no illusion that we are entitled to nothing. Arsenal are a big team, but what do you expect with £8 pints, £7 pies and £60 tickets for the worst seats in the ground? Arsenal are not a North London club, but are a brand that have been sold around the UK and beyond solely for lining the pockets of investors who don't care about fans, who live around the corner from the ground and are unable to attend due to being priced out. Preach, James. I take my son to National League South games, Worthing FC, where the prices are reasonable and the expectations are nothing more than to be entertained with a good family day out centred around 22 blokes kicking a ball around for a little while. The kids get to go on the pitch after the match and kick the balls around. They've got a fake pitch, and I've discussed it with him. Congratulations to Man City for winning the league. Arsenal put in an above expectation performance this season, which I'm grateful for. I'm sorry for the Arsenal fans. They've been so arrogant, and I hope these leads don't go down. They will, and up the imps. Warmest regards, James.
What a boy.
So thank you, mate.
Yeah, top
Thank
stuff.
you for that. And yeah, I've got to say, I've discussed it before, but I did feel that absolute sea change. We've discussed it together, and I've never seen that before from the Arsenal fans. They just got one sniff of glory and just lost their shit.
Yeah.
Just lost it. Ridiculously arrogant.
Well, and I saw a clip of, I can't remember what it was on, but Gary Neville basically said, I'm not believing any of this Arsenal hype. He basically said that he still thinks like City were going to win the league by 10 points. And that was probably 10 games ago.
You say this, like I think you've been a bit harsh.
What, on Arsenal?
Yeah.
It's a lived experience. All I would say was a personal experience from seeing them before to after. You mean about me or in general?
No. I just feel like everybody in general, like
Oh,
Arsenal have gone and they have been absolutely abysmal for the last, let's say, 10 years. You can't hide that.
I don't think they've been in the Champions League for 12, I think.
They've come
so,
back
you're
this
right.
season. They've been top of the Premier League for 3/4 of the
Ridiculous
season.
percentage of it.
Why aren't they allowed to be a little bit arrogant and just enjoy what is going on? Because I don't believe that it's arrogance from them. They're doing nothing. No, but they're not.
They went too far with it. They haven't won anything. You haven't got there. You haven't got there.
You're telling me that if you're top of the league, you wouldn't have been doing exactly the same.
They got to the weird.
This is what really pisses me off with football. You would do exactly what they have done, but because it's not you,
no, I don't think
it's
you would.
wrong.
That's the point.
You
I don't think you would.
Bollocks.
They got to a weird arrogant point.
Like you were arrogant about the fact that you're not changing the way that you fucking play football, despite getting panned 6-0 every week. That's arrogant.
No, but that's in football. That was me backing a style of football and backing a man. Where the arrogance
they're
came
backing
in.
the fact that they're top of the league.
Well, they're not now, are they?
Well.
So when they got arrogant about it was when they were having a go at you for not saying they would win the league. That's how weird it got. What do you mean we're not going to win the league? Well, I don't think you win the league. I think City will win it. Well, no, you can't say that. That was how it got weird.
It was nice to see an Arsenal side with a bit of personality again, to be honest.
I was, in general, they've been unbelievable all season. They've just fell off at the end. That is life. And if they'd have been remotely normal about it, they'd have been fine. Standing up and saying to a side that's about to get relegated, fucking gobbing off in a thingy, going, "Can't see you for the top of the league, mate." Well, you're not fucking there now, are you?
I'll be honest, mate. We played him in the quarterfinal. When we played him in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup, that was literally the whole like we got fucking grief from them after the game. Like, didn't even know who we were. And it's just like giving us shit for beating us 5-0. Like, it's more about our run than you beating us 5-0.
Yeah, we've been to League One, so they can't really get to us. But I just that's why everyone's jumped to them, because in reality, Carl, if I'm honest, on a pure footballing thing, I'd have preferred Arsenal to win it, because Man City have got all this money. The atmosphere, as we've always joked about, but it's so true. It's shit there. Forced pitch invasions at the weekend, no fucker down at the ground, completely entitled to it. They were nowhere how many years ago.
They've got a lot to be proud of, though.
They've had a great season, Carl.
They're
great
an incredibly young side that have done incredibly well. And
like James said, you give 120, won't take it.
An element of that is like, you need arrogance to be successful in sport.
No, I get that, but I just felt it crossed over. And Arteta's a bit like that as well. I feel he crosses the line too much.
You need to be arrogant to be decent.
To a point.
You need to have that belief in
But it's the same reason you bashed Klopp last week. He takes it too far as well, in our opinion. And we've said it last week.
I enjoyed him when things were...
He was quite whimsical, wasn't he?
But he's turned very bitter, which is what I don't enjoy about him.
That's a fair comment.
That's the bit that I don't enjoy about Klopp. When Liverpool were going well, he had that just air of arrogance. And to be honest, Guardiola's got it now. He knows that they are...
There's like a calmness to Guardiola. I know it gets a bit... I mean, the other night when they played Madrid and De Bruyne didn't pass it, and he was screaming... Have you seen that clip? He was screaming at him. And De Bruyne... So he's obviously still got that in him, but there's like a swan element now to Guardiola. He's playing
very
fullbacks in
grounded.
midfield for shits and giggles now.
Yeah,
he's unreal. What a genius.
He's grounded, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
I'll give him that. But he has got that arrogance and belief about what he's doing.
I agree with what you're saying. You do have to have the arrogance, but I just think it can spill over.
It
got weird with Arsenal.
In that situation, it's quite easy to get so excited about what's going on as an Arsenal fan. You've been in the doom and gloom, and they have been in the doom and gloom. Like, Christ, like, they have had some shit in the last 10
Relatively
years.
speaking, yeah.
Like, as in, yeah, I mean...
It's all relative, isn't it?
Yeah, they're not getting relegated and stuff.
Same with Chelsea this year. It's all relative, isn't it?
Like, they've had it pretty rough. So then, in a very short space of time, people are forgetting that it was Arteta out, like, not that long ago.
Yeah, no, you're right, and he's done an unbelievable job.
And to have that little turnaround and then be in the position that they're in, it's hard not to get carried away with that. It doesn't matter who you...
No, but I think you can get carried away. I just think the arrogance
You're
thing...
telling me, and this is... If under Bielsa you was sat top of the league in your first season back in the Premier League...
Yeah, but I never thought we were going to win it, so I wouldn't have crossed over to arrogance. I'd have been giddy as fuck.
Yeah.
I'd have been lively as anything.
Which I think that's all the Arsenal...
No, I don't agree. That's it's just my lived experience. That's all I'm saying to you. I've been in the situation where...
Fans, isn't it? Pathetic.
It is, but I've been in corporate stuff all over the country, and normally it's absolutely fine. And I've been in their corporate for this is the fourth time, and the 3 times before, really great chats with them because they were shit, and they were just like, the conversation was just whimsical, and obviously they always beat them. We haven't seen us win there, but this year it just crossed over into just and the guys that were in the away end, because obviously I was upstairs, but the guys in the away end, there was nearly fights kicking off and stuff just because of the arrogance. It is what it is. I mean, I don't get me wrong. It's not just them, mate.
It's just football fans, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's not just them. I mean, I've been to City Man City the last 2 years, and I find their fans now. It's like, guys, you've completely forgotten where you've come from, and they've maybe got every right to be because they're the best team on the planet.
Rightly
but
so.
no, you have to keep your history and your heritage, Carl. You have to keep a bit of that on your shoulders.
You just live in that moment, that little bubble that you're in at the time. And why shouldn't they enjoy it? Because there's plenty of shit.
I'm not saying they enjoy it. Blimey, we get a corner and I get too giddy. So let alone anything else, winning games.
Put it in the box either.
Yeah, but apparently I'm just channeling my inner Sam Allardyce because the video of him doing exactly the same at the weekend. That's how low I've sunk as a football fan. Ridiculous.
Breathe.
Ivan Toney, thoughts on his ban?
Pathetic.
I see. I knew you were going to take this angle. So what pathetic that he's got a ban?
Yeah.
Why? Because my grievance is that it's now. And 3 months was going to sit at home anyway, and he's banned in inverted commas. So I'm annoyed about that as a football fan. It doesn't affect me. He's not playing against him.
Some sort of ban on him moving abroad.
He can't play abroad.
Play anyway.
He's literally banned from all football completely.
Can't even train with his
team.
Can't
do anything. No. We had it with a kid called Jordan Stevens. He had it and he'd put 7 bets on. He'd bet on Leeds, actually, the idiot. He got it the same, didn't he, kid? Got 7 months, I think. No football. Couldn't even come watch so he can't even go to the games and watch the team or anything. He's completely banned. My argument was it should be in the season, but that's by the by.
Be a racist or a sex offender.
I'm with you, Carl.
Get 3.
Yeah, it's a joke.
10, like maybe 10 games worse.
Break financial fair play as a club.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, bet.
But you stick a tenfold on.
I'm with you. No, I do. But all I would say is they know the rules.
Yeah,
I had a chat with somebody.
And the people that are racist and fucking shagging kids
they should be banned
Honestly.
for. No, obviously, Carl. Obviously, I'm just saying. In this exact instance, they know the rules. They get told it every single summer. I did have a chat with somebody who works in football the other day, and they said, yeah, but they don't know enough about it in terms of it's rife in football. Let's just say that now. He's just got caught. It's rife in football. Whether your parent or something or your missus puts the bets on for you, it's fucking rife because they're like a bet. They're like a gamble. And what he said was the message, when they come to us every single year, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. It's boring. It doesn't mean anything. It is what it is. Plus, like, when Ivan Toney was putting his bets on, he was playing in the Sky Bet Football League with most likely a betting sponsorship on the front of his... And every advert that's on telly of every game is betting. So no wonder they're betting.
I'm convinced that one of the yellows that he must have had a bet on was when he absolutely poleaxed Michael O'Connor away at their place.
Very early, wasn't it, as well? No, Carl, you're absolutely right. If for more serious incidents, I mean, we're seeing it now with Vinicius Jr. in Spain. It's all erupted today with the racism over there. And nobody's going to get what they deserve on that for because they're just pathetic. The governing bodies are pathetic. But like you say, it is ironic that is it 9 months, isn't it? 9 months for Tony? 9 months. 8.
Yeah.
So like 8 months because you put some bets on. No, I am with you, but he knows the rules. And he's been caught. Same as, was it Bradley Wood who got caught for you?
Yeah.
That was bookings related, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Backed himself, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I was told the other day that one of the bookings led to that Ipswich goal when you went up the rent.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Yeah,
Set one for the team, Bradley Wood.
Because they put one... They put the ball in the box and then we broke and scored.
Any more, gentlemen?
No, let me get some tea.
You want some tea and get to bed? What time did we work this morning?
4
4. Put in the graft in. Yeah. The grind.
Early start.
Oh, have you seen? I meant to tag you in it. I keep seeing these ice bin things on Instagram. They're targeting me with cookies. I've no idea. But yeah, like you pop it up, blow it up, and then shove your ice in and stuff. Like a plunge pool.
Yeah.
Is that your next stage, or are you sticking with a bin?
So. No, because the bin's getting quite hot.
Needs emptying. Well, it will do this time of year.
Yeah, the sun rises into my garden as well, which isn't helping the water.
Spending a fucking shit ton on ice.
Is that chicken still there?
No.
Reminded me because I was clipping up our other bits. Oh dear.
Oh. No, I haven't done it.
Oh God.
No, I'm joking.
Spit roasted it.
I would have happily.
Is it gone? Still there?
I've not heard it. So.
But sales on your drive, on your road of BB guns have gone through the roof.
I've got a few less stones on my driveway.
And a belting catapult.
No, I've not touched it.
Is our TikTok still going strong?
I've not touched the
I keep bragging about it, Carl.
Yeah, we're going all right, actually.
Are we going gangbusters?
We're at least 500.
Come on!
500 views.
I've slagged that generation off, and look at them there, supporting us.
Yeah.
Not so much.
And that's not play to them, but still.
We've had over 1,000 views.
Come on, up the TikTok.
415.
Up the ticks.
Up the ticks.
Welcome.
Come on. I've got the face for that, innit?
Weirdly, like the Binfluencer video has got the least, only 108 views.
Because it's not their generation, mate. They're not putting the bin out, are they? That generation. They're just not. Until I got a screen grab from somebody's calendar. I've already told this story, haven't I?
What?
One of my bosses in my current workspace got a message from someone else the other day, a picture of this guy's calendar, because you see everybody's calendar, and it's got put bins out. I'm sure I've told that story. I've spun that yarn.
Not on this podcast.
Okay. No, just in general.
Oh.
Put a note in my diary. Need more stories. So apologies, but we're not here next week. We're all to blame for this one. No one can take any credit for this one.
Yes.
Also, this is probably my last podcast ever.
Why?
I'm on a balloon ride tomorrow.
Oh,
it's tomorrow.
Yes, it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. So it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know everyone.
And if you manage to survive that, there's no chance you survive in London Beer Festival.
When I have my funeral, after tumbling out with a gust of wind, I want you to play the 101 podcasts back to back. as my eulogy, back to back, and let everyone sit there for the
whole
combined. Yeah, for all of it. Nobody can move,
100 hours.
and everyone's got to wear shell suits, so they're really sweaty. Black shell suits. Should get one on the internet somewhere, and just play this back to back. And if you could edit it so you lot are all cut out, and it's just me. So I'll say thanks for coming now. You're probably spilling out the doors, obviously. So many of you. And yeah, it's been a pleasure. And fell out of a balloon.
To be fair, it's going to take us a while, isn't it?
What?
I hope you don't land anyone like that cow.
Some poor bloke pissing. If you're in the Rutland area, this is past tense. Am I in the future on that? So I'm really sorry I squashed that fella who was having to piss up a tree. And the old gravity got to him. Out of the way.
You was just drawn to a man with his cock out on you.
Even from a great height. Can't wait to get on it. Let me at it.
Poleaxe.
Literally. So I'm sending this from beyond the grave. Thanks for listening to the podcast. You've been absolute legends. I'm sure it'll be fine. we checked earlier because you have to check at 11 o'clock at night.
Somebody like starts shooting at the thing.
I don't know that's going to happen. You're not going to mistake us for a chicken, Carl. Don't worry about it. But you have to check.
You bring your BB gun. I'll bring my catapult. We're heading over to
How
Rutland
hard
tomorrow.
does it go?
I asked this earlier, and the missus won't give me an answer because I'm scared of heights. So I'm not
Very fucking
very high. But you have to check the night before, and it's been quite a nice day today, isn't it? And today's was cancelled, so I'm praying to God it's cancelled, and we'll just keep kicking it down the road.
Oh, crikey.
What?
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Depending on weather conditions, between 2,000 and 5,000 feet.
So you'll bounce, so it's fine.
Oh my
No,
God.
honestly, bit of advice.
There's 16 of us in it as well.
No, bit of advice.
16.
It's if you do fall and die,
Yeah.
it's not the first impact that kills you.
What is it?
The second one, so you bounce and then come back down and kill you again. So if you
How
do,
am I bouncing?
no,
Am I going
so
shoot
if
first?
if you do go down, just fucking grab hold of the floor when you land.
Oh, I'll think of that when I'm... Yeah, that'll
and
come to
you'll-
mind.
Yeah, and you'll be
Oh,
alright.
your brain's coming through your nose.
Yeah. As my life passes through
No,
my
it's
my
the
eyes.
second bounce that kills you. Your first one will probably just smash you to pieces a bit. But
Okay, that's good to
so
know.
if you can just grab hold of the ground or something so you don't bounce back up, you'll be alright.
I reckon it's Indian revenge. I reckon I'm going to flatten a cow. I think it's revenge for that Indian fella. God works in mysterious ways, Carl. He's sending his chubby funster out of a hot air balloon to land on a cow for revenge because it killed one of his people.
You're basically going in the air in a balloon.
In a wicker basket.
And a wicker basket.
Me and 15 others, 14 obviously with a wife.
I'm fairly confident that
Calm as a bitch.
it's made like it goes up in the air with fire.
Yeah.
And I'm fairly sure that wood is fairly flammable. Just pointing that out.
And you're floating around in a flammable base.
Yeah. With a flammable.
Why not douse it in
Can you
petrol?
tell you what, while we're doing it, just Google how many people a year die from balloon deaths. Get me those stats, Carl. Let me just work out the maths. I mean, it won't be as bad odds as putting 15 quid on Leeds to survive, but still, it's worth having a little look in it. So what my odds are. You're good at betting. You'll be able to do me the odds.
Jesus.
If I actually die, he's going to be interested. Play this one back.
Oh, mate, you're
What is
fairly
it?
safe.
What is it?
There's only 16 people died since 2002.
I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine.
Well, we all hope so. Anyway.
See you never.
Mate, it's going to be a long old trip.
You have to get there to set it up. I think I said this on the last one. You have to get there. So not only you've got to fly around this wicker basket, you have to help set it up.
Is that so you get used to like knowing your
What?
the surroundings?
Your way
of
round the
what you-
basket.
Yeah.
If the wind gets above 10 mile an hour, you're not allowed to even
Yeah,
go
they
up.
cancelled today, so you don't know until 11, and then you have to check in the morning. 4:30 I've got to be up, Carl, so I'll come and buy you a mocha. I'll swing by a small bit. Yeah, 4:30 I've got to be there
I'm
for
not
6.
there in the morning, mate.
Oh, you're not?
Back on normal tomorrow. 9:50.
Should we go?
Yeah. 2-week break.
Yeah, apologies for that.
We're all to blame.
I'm not sorry.
You have been listening to Gone Off on a Tangent podcast with me, Adam, him, Carl,
See you in a few weeks.
him, Dan. Press the wrong button, didn't
You silly bastard.
I pressed the right one now, we're fine. I thought it got a bit into the intro bit thing. Have you said bye?
Not yet. I was gonna
And Dan.
Are you editing this bit? Or?
Nah, leave it in.
All right.
Bye, Dan.
Don't die.
Tibbs has already gone, legged it hours ago. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for listening. Thanks to Hell's Ditch. Thank you to Small Beer Limited. See you soon. Bye-bye.